ago, I was going through a pretty rough patch in my life. And when everything seems to be falling apart in your life, you tend to gravitate towards the thing that is the most important for you. And for me, turned out, it was nature. Every night, I would come here and I would sit on this rock and look at trees for hours. And then just one day, they just started talking to me. Alright, I know how that sounds. Are you loco, Manan? Are you getting crazy? But I know what I felt, and it felt so real. Every tree here felt alive. It felt like a veil has been lifted between me and living things around me, and suddenly everything came alive. Each tree felt like it had a personality and a history, and each of them communicated to me differently. But strange enough, all of them felt like they're part of the same thing. So I could have a conversation with the tree here, and then I would go somewhere else, and we could resume the conversation there. I know that sounds crazy, and it just happened for that time only, but man, that felt so real. This effect only lasted a couple of nights, and I don't remember much of the communication that happened between me and the trees, but there's one thing that I do remember. For some reason, they told me that they don't like it when there is artificial light during the night. Like, it's uncomfortable for them to sleep at night when there is lights in the park. I didn't want to share all this, but then I read a book by Viktor Frankl. Viktor Frankl was a psychologist who was imprisoned in Auschwitz in a concentration camp. And he wrote one of the most beautiful books that I've ever read. It's called Man's Search for Meaning. In the book, he talks about meeting a woman in the same concentration camp. The woman from her cell could see just two branches of a tree, and the woman told Viktor Frankl that the trees could talk to him. This is exactly what she said. I have it right here. "I often talk to this tree," she said to me. I was startled and I didn't quite know how to take her words. Was she delirious? Did she have occasional hallucinations? Anxiously, I asked her if the tree replied, "Yes." What did it say to her? She answered, it said to me, "I am here. I am here. I am life. Eternal life." The trees didn't say that to me, but it felt the same thing. Like they were there and they were just comforting. I just had to find the connection there. But in all seriousness, I mean, I've never had a supernatural experience in my life. Like, I've not seen ghosts or UFOs or anything. I mean, this is the closest that I've ever seen mind-bending reality, and I kind of felt glad that I made friends with the trees. I'm gonna go and hug one now. Thank you guys. Oh look, a hare. Who would have thought?